So there's not much here. And I wanted to get this pose because this poses like this. It almost feels like it's too easy. Uh, and you could really start to say, am I drawing this right? That's why I really want you to use reference. But let's go ahead and just, this is the top. You're seeing a little bit of the top of the head because the head is leaning back. So we could even kind of do a little something like this, like a box. Or you can just do like a little box that's at an angle. So what's going on here is we can just do this. We could cheat. This is what I call a little cheat. That makes it a little bit easier. We put the neck on. And so let's erase that. Because what I really want to get to is and all I'm doing is this. I don't know if I mentioned this because I don't record these. I don't record a course straight through in a few days. I got to decompress. And maybe that's something I needed to tell people. I do have to kind of decompress. I'm going to shade this here to show that there is a change in value, right? But sometimes you got to decompress, like doing this whole working like you're a Japanese animator. Like it's not healthy and it's not real. No diss to Japanese animators, they're awesome, but we obviously there are things to where, and even and like manga creators, artists in general, I would say, but obviously for those of us that look at documentaries on art and things like that, we know that just the culture, I guess, in Japan is very much an overworking kind of a culture, even more so here in the U.S., or even more so than probably the U.S. So trying to really go all out, and I'm gonna sit down here. I'm gonna draw for 12 hours or draw for 10 hours or 4 hours. I don't have that kind of stamina. I slowly tried to build things up. I could probably work for an hour because I'm staring at a computer screen. I'm talking. I'm teaching. I try to get about 5 videos done, maybe a day. And what I'm trying to do now is to work a little bit in the morning. I got responsibilities. I got things outside of me drawing all day. As of this recording, I'm learning ZBrush, setting aside some time to do that. And so in ZBrush, it's funny because I think I mentioned this before. I had it for like 5 years, or so. No, not 5. Wait a minute, 2018, 19. Oh, about 4. I mean, it was there. I bought it. It was on sale because I had this. There was this thing called ZBrush Core, and it was like $150. And then there was one of those super sales that they rarely ever do, and I wind up upgrading it for I don't know how much. It's a lot of money though, but it was less money than buying it outright. So anyway, and I never learned how to work ZBrush Core either. So if you got software, learn how to use it. So back here, see a little bit of the shoulder, but this character's hands, they're actually kind of crossed in the front here. So if you wanted to, you can just kind of do that. Okay, I had to pause this because I had to go take care of some real life stuff as I talk about real life stuff. But you're seeing this, the arms, they're going in the front here. And I forget this exact pose, but kind of the hands are sitting in the lap and they're just kind of laying back, maybe daydreaming or something like that. And I wanted to use this back angle because sometimes you just see these angles and when you start to draw a little bit more, you're like, okay, I don't want to hide things, as in you're always drawing characters with their hands in their pockets because you don't want to draw hands, or the character's always standing behind something so you don't have to draw feet, that sort of stuff. But then you try and learn how to draw that stuff, and then you run across a pose like this, and you're going, nope, this was way too easy. But that's all there is to this pose. That's it. So, yeah. I'm gonna stop talking. I'll see you in the next video.